Hello and welcome. Today I want to compare the i1r2 EOS to another light that's similar on the market and within a fairly closer price range, and that is the MecArmy X2S in aluminum here. They're both aluminum lights. The Olight one, the i1r2 EOS, typically goes for $17.95. The MecArmy X2S goes for around $24 or so. Starting with the weight, we have a 13.5 gram or 0.048 ounce light, which is the i1r2 EOS. The MecArmy X2S, by comparison, is a little bit heavier at about 0.75 ounces. The i1r2 EOS features a CSP LED emitter, and it runs for about 5 lumens on low and about 150 lumens on high. The low mode lasts for about approximately 6 hours, a little bit less than that, and the high mode will last for about 15 minutes or a little bit less than that depending on conditions. This features a TIR reflective optic, much like the MecArmy X2S. However, the MecArmy X2S uses a Cree XPG2 emitter, and this will clock in at about around 8 lumens or so, they say on the packaging, and that'll last for similar length of time, much like the i1r2 EOS, for around 6 hours. And then we have 130 lumens here on the XPG2 emitter. So that'll last for around 15 minutes or so as well. Both lights you can charge via micro USB. The MecArmy X2S comes with a micro charging cable. They used to offer an option with just the light without the charging cable on this, but now they include the USB charging cable with it. You can access their ports both by unscrewing both lights here, and they feature a micro USB port here with an O-ring for their IPX8 waterproofing. Both lights are IPX8 waterproofed. They both have LEDs which turn red when they're charging and then turn green when they're done charging. So to show you on the X2S here, we have a micro USB port, an O-ring, and the LED light, which also glows red when it's charging and goes green when it's done charging. One of the other differences besides the LED and the weight is the type of batteries they use. The i1r2 EOS uses a internal proprietary battery, while the MecArmy X4S uses a small 10180 battery. You can see here it's very small. This is a 100 milliamp hour battery, and you can replace it when it goes or when it dies. And then the rear tail cap does come off, unlike the i1r2 EOS, and this also has an O-ring on it too. And the lanyard keyring hole is a little bit different on this. It's a little bit wider, so you can slip other things inside of there. This one is just a little bit smaller on my keychain here. In terms of length and dimensions, they're fairly close. The X2S is a little bit bigger on the length side, and it's almost as thick except for one portion of the battery tube part's a little bit thinner in terms of the diameter. The i1r2 EOS is just thicker overall, but it's also shorter. I'm going to go ahead and get some beam shots on these lights. We're back shooting at an aperture of 7.1. Frames per second is 24 frames at a shutter speed of 50. ISO 320. Temperature is 3500 Kelvin. This is the i1r2 EOS on low, about a foot off the table, with a CSPD emitter and a TIR reflective. This is 5 lumens, and this is going to be 150 lumens for about 15 minutes or a little bit less than that. Low mode, high mode. And to engage both modes, you simply twist further counterclockwise. Okay, let's try the MecArmy X2S for comparison. This uses a Cree XPG2 emitter. This is on low mode, about 8 lumens instead of 5, about a foot off the table. And this is about 130 lumens. Low mode, high mode. I wanted to highlight one important thing about the i1r2 EOS versus the MecArmy X2S. In terms of collectors, I have not seen too many people collecting the X2S or the X4S, which is a stainless steel model. This does come in a different type of material as well. I think copper, if I'm not mistaken, and titanium, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but they do offer different material compositions for this, and they don't have limited runs as far as I understand. They do have limited runs for the i1r2 EOS and limited color runs. There's a limited run of pink ones, red ones, and purple ones. So if you manage to get a purple i1r2 EOS, then you might want to hang on to it. I'm currently trading this one to a user on the Olight Facebook page, which they're going to give me a gunmetal gray Open 02. So that's the kind of pricing this can command. It's anywhere from $35 to $60 for this on eBay. So I just want to highlight that if you do have an i1r2 EOS that's in a different color, you might want to check its pricing. I recommend these lights for anybody looking for a keychain light, a backup EDC light, or a small light to put into the medical kit that can utilize rechargeability on the go. Thanks for watching.